Welcome to the Divine Healing Channel. My name is Jane. If you're new here, I'm just going to briefly explain what I do with my readings, or well, what Spirit does with my readings. They have me just write down things here, and then they will bring up the cards that will talk about the things that I will talk about in the very beginning. Also, they have me usually pick out a card or two, sometimes a book, and I will set that aside, and at the end of the reading, that card or book or poem or whatever they have me pull out will be whatever is in that reading, and it'll refer to all the major points of the reading. Now, today they asked me to bring out some different decks. This one is going to be read later, and they have the Rooted Woman and the Moonology. So with that, I'm just going to kind of get things on the roll. Oh, also, even the music that they have me put on has to do with the reading in some way, shape, or form. So they have me put on this music. Actually, I'm going to start it right now. And it's called Walk Through the Forest. And it's Healing Hertz 432. And the other thing that I wanted to make note of is all day I've been seeing numbers 234, 123, and 432. Oh, excuse my nails are a mess. Yeah, I've been seeing ones, and the 222 keeps coming up, 44, 34, 34, and the threes, like all the threes, and oh, it's crazy. And you know what? There's a songbird. I don't know if you heard that, but I'm going to just turn it up a little so you can hear it. Do you hear that songbird? That's that is singing, and it sounds like it's singing. It sounds like pretty, pretty, pretty. And I thought, well, women love to be called pretty. So I'm thinking, oh, and the number 16 too. I'm going to get this going here. I'm just going to smoke it out again just to make sure everything is good. Look, and I put that out again. That's interesting. Oh my God, look what I just did. All over my beautiful deck. I'm so upset. I don't even know where to get anything. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to do here to clean that up. The wax is literally everywhere. I'm so upset right now. Okay. See, this is that negative energy that they talk about sometimes, that you know, things just it stays calm and as cool, as collected as you can. Oh no, I think that might have waxed it closed on me. Shoot. Oh, that was something now, wasn't it? It's a beautiful deck of cards too, so I hate to ruin the box. Oh my. I'm going to get that off. I'm going to have to probably scrape that off somehow later. So sometimes life gets messy, I guess. You know what I mean? I had that intuition to move it, and I didn't move it. See? Those are the little whispers that you get. That I got that little whisper that said, move that box. And I didn't. I was just like, yeah, I need to move that box. That's exactly what I said. Yeah, I need to move that box. But had I moved that box when Spirit asked me, gave me that little whisper to do it, my box wouldn't be coated right now with this wax. I gotta scrape this off. Hold on, I gotta just get something to scrape this off the desk. Okay, sorry for that little fiasco, but I got it all taken care of. I cleansed the space. I have everything. I called in my guides. They're talking to me about your ancestors. So I think your ancestors are going to have a hand in this reading somehow. But before I started, they wanted me to read this. It said, let the moon be your guide. They were talking to me when I was out on my walk, and they were saying how when I did a reading yesterday about the 222 portal, that they wanted me to elaborate on that. And I didn't, because I don't always say everything that I hear, because there's just so much information going through me. But they were saying how, like, the 222, it's not just for that one day. They said a day or two prior to that and a day or two after. And I think that's why the number, I keep seeing the number 23. So there's 23, 23, and 23 I keep seeing. And then again, there's these numbers keep reversing. And then the music is, the length of it is 3 hours, 33 minutes, and 33 seconds. And then I kept seeing like the fours and the fours and the 34s again. And the number 16, now there's a funny story about that number 16, but I don't know if that'll even be part of this reading. But now I say that, and then something will dawn on me and it'll come out maybe. So anyway, that's what they just want me to clear that up about that portal thing, because that's good for longer. And that's what they were talking about in that other reading too, that the moon, you can use the moon. And look, when you see, and when I pulled out this deck, and I split it, like the bottom card was the Isle of Women. And as you can see, they're all under the stars doing some kind of, I don't know, ceremony or, you know, something to... I think this is where women would go. It's an island where women would go for healing, for women issues. And the card split on initiation. So, and you can see how that moonlight, is coming down onto this individual. So this individual looks like they're really heartsick or heartbroken in some way. And the moon, so they're saying like you can manifest under the moon. Look, in Labyrinth. Look, they are guiding you. That's them saying, look, and there's a full moon. Okay, and number 4, look, the number 4 is there. Yeah, number 4, yeah. What's the number on this one? Number 12. Number 12 was one of them too, wasn't it? Yeah. Number 12, yes, because the 12 was in the time when I sat down to start doing this. Yeah, Spirit. Okay, and this one's number 17. Okay, so they're going to have me do the reading. So I'm going to pull out this card and set it aside. And this card will be whatever this reading is supposed to be about. So one of these, and then use these ones. And then that's how they want this reading to go. Okay, Spirit. Okay, so you're going to pull it, or... Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's Archangel Michael, I believe. Clearing the way. Look at that. This is time for great change. Oh, you don't want me to read anymore. Okay. This is Archangel Michael card. Oh, look, Water Guardian too. Let your emotions flow. Look, and then that was that about that moon coming down on you. Oh, the Labyrinth. I don't know where that card went now. Look. Sometimes I can just pull them back out, but not today, I guess. Okay, so we're going to put this aside. They want me to read the lid of this box when I go to read that card, those cards, so I don't want to put anything in it. I'll just set that there. Now, let's put that there. Okay, Spirit, a moon card, yeah. And I had my little triangle quartz here on it, and clear quartz with the moon, but they're just like, no, can you put the Apache stone? I'm just like, sure. So I put that on it instead. I don't know what that was about, but we're gonna find out all what they want us to know. And they had me go on this nature walk today too. And you can, I'll tell you, when you can go out for a stroll, and while you're having that stroll, you can do meditations. And that's what I do. I do them all the time. Especially where I have to walk the dogs and they stop so often to sniff everything and pee and then, you know, void all their system, I guess. And so it's like, you know, it works for me. Although I did do in the conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse, a time to give rather than take, new moon and Virgo. What do you need to release? A waning moon. That was like that card that I opened, and the girl was sitting in the flowers with a waning moon above her, shining on her. Or was that a waxing? I can't remember. Conclusions are within reach. Fiery climax approaches. Want both? They said no, just this one. Conclusions are within reach. It's on the bottom. I think that's a new moon, isn't it? Yeah, that's a new moon. And we're actually having a new moon on the 28th. Time to give rather than take. Okay, is there anything else? They're splitting the deck here. I don't know what they're... For me to see something. Adjustments are required. I don't know what that means. South Node, that's being in that sadness. Don't let your past hold you back. That's that South Node. That's the past. You're still dealing with the past or something, or someone is. I guess we all deal with the past. I was just dealing with mine today, actually, on my walk. All these, like, you know, just, you know how, like, sometimes, like, you don't even realize, but sometimes you just, you're just walking along, like, you know, I'm just, like, enjoying my walk or whatever, doing a meditation, and then all of a sudden I'll just notice something, or something will trigger some kind of memory, and then, I'll think about whatever that, you know, that person or that event or whatever I felt about it. And, you know, when you have those, that is spirit kind of putting those things into your mind, and they do it so that they can help clear it. So it makes you think about it, and even sometimes you even have to cry about it. But, you know, crying is a way of releasing that out of your system. Oh, goodness, spirit, look, 12th house. These are all your chakras. Oh, and I talked about that. Is that why you had me do that? Why I had that upside down? Think. Introspection. Oh, yeah. Okay, because I'll tell you something about that. Yeah, Sagittarius on the bottom, expand. Something. Did you want all four of these? Think. No. An invitation. And when I cut the deck, that was on initiation. And now they're talking about an invitation and strength and discomfort and think. I'm setting these aside because I'm just not really sure. Number 13, 14, 30, and 37. Number 50 on that one. I'm just going to leave these up because it might have something to do with it. I don't know, but I did hear something about an activation, an invitation, but anytime that they want to give you any kind of upgrades, or any kind of clearing or help with anything, you need to do, you have to invite them in. I wrote down, what was it that, for this here, I was actually talking about, the meditation that I did last night, and it was for the 9 chakras. Okay, I don't know what that card means. I don't think I've ever pulled it before. So conclusions are within reach. I'm just going to read those two really quickly so I know what we're dealing with here before I move on. Full moon and eclipse. So yeah, I think they're talking about... because they're bringing up a lot about the moons, how you can use the moons to manifest and clear out negativity and stuff and help bring in some healing or help you release. Like, you probably get more emotional during that time. What's going on here? Oh, it's full moon and eclipse, so that's why. Okay. Full moon 96. Okay. 96. A door slammed shut, and I'm not even joking. I literally wrote down this. Oh my God, I wrote this down. This morning the door was unlocked, and normally the door is locked. So I'm like, the door is or has opened up to you and me. See what I wrote there? But now here it's saying right here with this card, full moon eclipse. Yep. Yep. Just double checking it. And just like that, a door slams shut. If you pulled this card, it suggests that a situation you're asking is about to reach a peak or has just done so. And things are now out of your hands. Oh, they are opening a door because you're no longer in control of it. You surrendered it. And now Spirit's going to take over. So you open the door to them. That's why that invitation card came up. You did it. Oh, you did it. Oh, what did you do? And things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for. A way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time, as hard as it might be. Forgiving someone for what they did could be key to resolving the situation in a positive way. It doesn't make it right what they did, but releases it so you can move on. So that the door was unlocked. So that means the door has been opened for you to be able to move on. Oh, Spirit. That which is meant for me will not pass me by. Attuned to the moon. And here it says additional meanings for this card. Doors which slam shut will now reopen. And I actually put the doors unlocked. Oh, see how they do it? See how that works? I mean, honest to God, look. If I wasn't recording this, people would not believe me. I'm telling you. They just wouldn't. Okay, so the teaching, there's a teaching here. Full moons are nearly always about climaxes and very often about conclusions. Full moon eclipses are the same, but on steroids. A full moon eclipse can be hard to handle because its potence change something. Okay, hold on. Because it portents? No, it portents. I don't know. It portents change. Okay. Something many of us are uncomfortable with. But change is a part of life, and this card, no matter when you pull it, reminds you of that fact. Full moon eclipse can also give us a glimpse into what Carl Jung called the shadow self. Work with your darkness. Because we have a light self and a dark self. Okay, so I was right then that's what they were saying when they were showing all these moons, that you can work with the moon. So you can use the moon for releasing. And I think I said that too. You can, for manifesting good things, but you can also use it for like getting rid of like old stuff. So see how they did that? And I wrote that down. Oh my God, Spirit. That's why you wanted me to read that. Okay, so this is about the door closing and a new one opening. So that's pretty freaky. Can't believe I wrote that down on that card. Okay, and the 12th house. Yeah, and I was talking about how, like, I wrote down in a thing here when I was out when I was on my nature walk, because the Spirit wanted me to get out into the sun, and I'm like, okay, sure. So I get all dressed up, warmed up, and whatever, get the dogs ready, and I get outside, and it's like completely overcast, and I'm walking down the road, and I'm like, Spirit, there's no sun. I literally wrote no sun when I got back, and they're like, no, don't worry, just keep going. By the time you get into your spot that you do your meditation, by the time you get where you're supposed to always go, the sun will come out when you get there. And I'm just like, okay. So I actually wrote down, okay, because I said, I asked about the sun and I heard it will be there when I get there. And I just thought, okay, it'll be there when I get there. So I just went along with it. And sure enough, when I sat down, actually before I sat down, they had me cloak myself in a gold light. And I did. And then I sat down on my, big rock that I always sit on. Anyway, there's other things that I wrote down too, but I didn't really want to share those unless it's necessary. And oh my goodness, I seriously have a interruption. Can you hold? I'll just be right back. Okay, sorry for the interruption yet again. I mean, it happens sometimes. Okay, so I also wrote down, it was the funniest thing, I have to tell you. I had never seen anything like it before. But when I was on my nature meditation walk, and I was at the end of the street where I was just getting ready to turn off to go into the woods. And I'm going to tell you that the very last, I wrote it down on the way. It was, it was very cloudy. Okay, so the last street that I was on, the pole on the right, and it has a big light on it. And that pole actually was number 16. I don't know if 16 is going to mean anything, but there was a crow sitting on the very top of the pole. And it was just looking around, like kind of minding its own business. It was kind of just checking out, probably looking for food or whatever. And then what happened is a squirrel ran across the ground and then ran up the pole. And it got all the way to the top and it scared the crow. And the crow like literally jumped off the top of the pole into the air, but landed back down into the same spot. And it was the funniest thing I never saw anything like it. And I even wrote it down. It was so funny. I never saw anything like it before. And I thought it has to do something with this freaking, they're going to have me do because of what they were showing me, all this stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to have this come out into a reading. And I was like, okay, so a single crow means that they're intellectual. And then the card actually came out here about thinker. What was that card? So there was like an invitation, strength, discomfort, and think. So they were an expand. So in that order, so with the think, that I think had to do with the crow, because crows are actually smart. And when you have an individual crow, what does that mean again? That there's going to be a transformation, a change. And then that actually goes with that. And the think has to do with that crow, because the crows are actually very, very intelligent. It's and the crow, a single crow, also means intellectual thinking. So you're either going to learn something or you're very intellectual. Okay, and then the squirrel. What is the meaning of the squirrel? What is that again? Squirrels, well, they plan for the future because they gather nuts. They're like family oriented. There's different types. What else is it about squirrels? I think squirrels are like something to do. Oh, I don't remember now. I don't remember. Anyway, I just thought that actually had something to do with it, surprisingly. Oh, I was going to look up the introspection here to see what that card is. That's 50, card 50. Oh, look, 44. I keep opening up to 44. Everything's numbers are 44. Okay, introspection. If your chart were a village map, the 12th house would be a quiet place. The sun is in the 12th house just after sunrise. And I went out early this morning for my walk because they wanted me to be in the sun. And I even talked about that before I pulled that card, how they wanted me. And I wrote down the word sun many times, actually, because that's what started the entire walk. They wanted me to be out in the sun. And it was cloudy. It was weird. But then the sun came out when I got there. So a time for a prayer and meditation. I can't even make this up. For dreaming our deepest dreams, the 12th house is the inner child's world, containing both the fairyland into which you might escape and the monsters that live under
your bed. Oh, Spirit, because you know what? I use the forest and I use it for healing. I use it for healing, and they have me have the forest healing music on. So action, you might need to use the forest too, or you do. Okay, I mean, you can just like hold a tree. Like you could just be on your walk and see a tree and like have to get a rock out of your shoe and you just lean it, putting your hand on that tree. Okay, so the action is introspection. This situation is complex. So learn what's going on behind the scenes before you act. Oh, because because the squirrel, you plan ahead with the squirrel and the bird's the thinker. Oh my God. The crow, the raven, or the crow, it was a crow. The crow is the thinker, but the squirrel is the planner. Oh my God, Spirit, you're blowing me away. See how they give you the messages? Okay, all right. Look for private motives, hidden enemies, and surprise angels. And Archangel Michael is here. Take time alone to develop an idea or listen within. The 12th house speaks of both who you are when no one's looking and the fact that your faith is, oh geez, what is that word? Inextricably, sorry, linked to every other sentient being. Oh my God, they're talking about the one. So I think you guys are trying to link this one to the reading I did yesterday in the 222 portal one. I just heard yes. That's why you had me write down the 222 and talk about how it's not just the night of the full moon or the new moon or the eclipse or any of that. It's the days that come before and after are also as it just as strong. But the veil is the thinnest on like the full moon or the new moon or like an actual portal. That's when the veil is the thinnest, is what they're saying. Okay. So take a loan. Okay. So listen. Okay. Holy crap. I'm just like, I'm blown away, honestly. No one's looking. Okay. Okay. So work with this metaphor. We are all cells in the body of the divine. It's essential that you take care of yourself, your individual cell, and honor who you are. But you also must acknowledge that you work within an organism. Example, your family, culture, which operates within the body of all creation. And that's why they asked me to put my my rose quartz heart out with the rose today. And I wasn't sure why they were getting me to do that. Spirit. Okay, so if you just take care of yourself and disregard the rest, you become a cancer that brings illness to that great body. If you deny your individuality, you can't do what you were born to do. You need to embrace yourself, your whole self, your negative self and your positive self, because we all have a negative and a positive. That's what they're talking about. Your negative and your positive self. Oh, Spirit. That is beautiful. Because even though you have like some negative things that you might have done or whatever, you know what? In the spirit realm, all that stuff is forgiven because it's all about learning and expanding. And it's about taking those things that happened and learn from them and grow from them. And then you have more intelligence because of them. And then you can actually use that intelligence to plan better for the future because you have all that stuff in your pocket now, your arsenal, I heard. Okay. But when you don't embrace your true self, your body gets sick. That's why you wanted me to talk about the colors, because they want me to talk about colors, but not today, they said. Okay. So both realities are clear and true. You do exist independently and you are part of the collective. It's just a perspective shift. It's impractical to get lost in oneness. Whether in spiritual bliss or over-identification within your group, and neglect your individual health. But it can be spiritually painful to feel stuck in the isolated single-cell mindset. Spiritual practice can help you find a healthy midpoint between a disconnected, lonely state and a state of connection. Connection is connection to one another, to a cause, or to the divine. Grounding helps you return to your personal path. That's why I was saying, like, you could just touch a tree when you're out, and get into nature. And I'm actually gonna, for this song, I'll put up a little thing about the path of nature, because that's why. And that's why the card came out. Those cards came out about her sitting under the moonlight, like, because you're going through some kind of suffering, and they want you to connect to the divine and go under the moonlight and under the sun and clear some of that old, cry about it, and try to release as much as you can. And you might have to do it repeatedly until it's away from you. Challenges. It can be hard to find a healthy place between feeling subsumed by a group and dwelling in stunted isolation. The 12th house asks you to face your fears. And the gift is, in quiet moments of prayer, meditation, and creative bliss, feel that deep connection to the source and know you are not alone. See, they're talking that creative bliss. You could be somebody that just likes to talk to your plants, or grow plants, or you like baking, or like any of that kind of stuff. I mean, you could just be doing like needlepoint or painting or puzzles, or that is all creative. And when you're, and you know what, I don't know if anybody else does this, but I do. When I'm in those kind of moments and I'm just living in the right now, that's when I get a lot of downloads, because like I get, like, that's where, like, I'll think about something, and then my mind will trail off and be like, oh yeah, well, that makes sense, because maybe that person did this because they felt like that, and like I can understand that, or whatever. Yeah, you get that perspective. That's what they're talking about. Well, that is amazing. Whew. Okay, so they want me to read this because Archangel Michael is here. So they want me to read what's in this book. And they were talking about, so that's, okay, so that took care of the think. And the pain is your discomforts. We talked about that card, so that came out that. And then the invitation. So you have to have the strength to get past it. That's what they're saying, the strength that you use your dignity, and you use your strength, and you just keep moving forward. You feel the pain, you release it. You feel the pain, you release it, and you just got to keep doing until you feel better. See, and like here they have like 13th, get the strength, and then it's 14. It's going to be discomfort, like debilitated discomfort, like debilitated. Like you can't see a way out. You're just like all over the place. Like the stairs are going this way and that way. And that kind of looks like a door, but really it's a window, but the window doesn't open. And you know what I mean? Like you go through all that discomfort and pain. Yeah. Okay. So the invitation, this is what this is about, to invite in Archangel Michael. And this is what it says here for your angels. I activate my angelic connection. Thank you, angels, for revealing to me what I need to know. I am willing to listen. So angels on my left, angels on my right. I am protected by love. I am guided by light. So, what else was that I wrote down here? Oh, look, I did too, because I wrote down that I sat on my boulder. This is when I got into the woods. I sat on my boulder and I grounded. I connected to the light and I said, okay, I am ready. And didn't the clouds, like, they split apart, and there the sun, it just came right out. I'm not even joking about it. I even wrote, no joke. And then when the clouds, when they were splitting and the light was coming through, like, I could see these steps, and, like, I'm going to show you, like, it's not like these kind of steps, like, you know how you have these, like, little steps, and it's just, you know, and it's easy, and it's just step, step, step. It's not, they weren't like this. They were like this. They were like this big giant step that you would almost, like, have to hop up or jump up or get a boost up. And then, like, there's this, like, long, and then there was, like, another one, but it was, like, half the size of this one. And then again, it was, like, this big long platform almost. And then there was, like, this short little step, kind of like over here, a short step, but then it went long yet again. And I thought, well, does that mean? And I thought, the first thing I thought is, like, that is to master the levels and to move on to the next level. So that told me that I think you're going to get some kind of activation, and that's what this invitation is about. So the invitation and the initiation, that card that came out there really in the beginning when I split it, talked about initiation. Look, I split it again, the one under the moon. And see these bats? These bats use sonar. So they're using their internal GPS system, and that's what they want you to do. Like, they know that you're in pain, but they're there for you. Archangel Michael will come with that healing. You need to invite them. He's saying it. You invite me, you invite us in. Raphael too, because they said that he works specially on the heart healing spirit. The buried moon, see, like, they're saying you don't know the things about, that's the ancestors saying, this buried moon. The ancestors are going to work with this card. They're saying the moon is buried. See, you don't realize what you can do, the hidden feminine. Oh, they're saying that you don't realize the power you have. And see, oh my God, they're talking about the elementals. See, the fire, water, ground, and air. Elementals. They're saying that you can use nature. You can, because they say the elementals live, we're talking like fairies and dragons and all kinds of things. They say that they live in between the existence of where we are and the spiritual realm. They live in that existence of frequency and vibration. Now, I guess we're not going to know for sure until we leave our meat suits and we become souls and can confirm that for ourselves. However, I trust my guides, because I'm telling you, my guides have not left, like, since I embraced and since I've surrendered and I've healed a lot of my pain. Spirit, I mean, you see this happening right in front of your eyes. I mean, I'm not making it up, right? I mean, I don't pick the cards. I don't pull the cards out. I write this information down, and then it's just all there, right? So the initiation here, what's this? The wasteland. Look, not even joking, because look, it will pull you, it will remove you from this wasteland. This initiation, look, and it's number 12. I think I wrote that down, that number. Yep, that number was part of it too, yeah. Okay, so the invitation, they're saying you need to invite them. Okay, so we're done with those. And the initiation is a big one here. So they want to initiate you. They want to bring you some kind of, like, to help you connect and use your internal GPS system too. So I guess that's where you have to start here with, start healing all these chakras. Every time you get pain and suffering, you go sit in nature, find a patch of flowers, grow a bed, I don't know, sit in a planet pot, hold a tree, I don't know, get under the moon, get under the sun, and tap in. And just while you're in this, you just quietly just talk to Archangel Michael and Raphael, because they bring that healing. Okay, Spirit, so I think I'm done with everything I wrote down. Wow, that blows me away. Yeah, they're going to get me to read this card, and then they're going to get me to read the rest of it. But my Archangel Michael is clearing the way. This is a time of great change, and that's what a single crow meant, transformation, a big change. and that this one also was about a conclusion. So there's going to be a big change because a new door is being opened. Remember, this door's been slammed shut to whatever. Oh, Spirit. Know that all the roadblocks and challenges you have been facing are part of a great shift that is unfolding in your life. All aspects of your world are not in alignment with your highest good, are being cleared away. Yep. So that you can stand in your truth once and for all. Trust in this unfolding. And that's why they're saying, like, you heal this. You each one at a time, a little of this, a little of that, a little of this, a little of that, and they're going to help you clear this all the way. But there's a bigger meaning, but they're going to get me to read that at the end and say that activation. Okay, Spirit. Okay. So that confirmed this card and the single crow that I wrote down, because I even said about the pole, and I thought it was the funniest thing. And squirrels are a joy too. Whoa. Path maker and guide. I'm telling you, your ancestors are here. They are helping clear this path with Michael. Cliff standing on the edge. You probably felt like you were standing on the edge. Number 12. Number 12? Wasn't there another card, number 12? Yeah. Number 12. Cliff standing on the edge. I think that was the initiation card, number 12, wasn't it? Oh, I don't know if I'll ever find that now. I don't know. It's somewhere in the video, but and number 7, path maker and guide. That's your ancestors. And I'm going to tell you that deer, you might even be seeing deer, or you really like deer, or you like, but deer are actually really spiritual and connected to the earth. Oh my God. And oh my Lordy B, Spirit, you blow me away. Do you remember when at the beginning of the reading, and I talked about how when I got there, and they had me, did I write that here? How they had me cloak. Yeah, look, I even wrote it here. Look, I wrote two pages about the sun, but it's just more like a private thing. But I'm going to tell you, this is what I wrote down. I said, in the end, the sun turned a gold color, which reminded me about the gold light to cloak in when I arrived in the woods. See what I wrote? And I wrote that this morning when I got back. This is what I wrote. And I'm going to tell you, look at her. Doesn't she look like she's wearing a gold cloak? She's wearing a gold cloak. She's completely surrounded in gold. And I think those are stars on her. They are. There's stars on her. Plus, she even has this, oh, and I didn't write that down. Oh, there was the shape that they wanted me to write down, and I didn't. But anyway, that's, she's in this, gold. That's why when I saw it, it was like, oh my God, because they had me, cloak in a gold cloak when I got there. Oh, see, and you'll even see, like, when you put that gold cloak on, it's even at her feet. Look at her feet. See, there's even that light down here at her feet. Oh my God, Spirit, you just blow me away. Ellen, path maker and guide. And they were talking about your path. Yeah, see, you were standing on the edge. That's why your ancestors are here. They're just like, no, we're going to guide you. We're going to bring in Michael. We're going to clear some of this pain that you've been going through, and we're just going to start. Yeah, because you've been going through like a hell of a storm. I mean, you're just out in the cold and the rain and the water smashing against the rocks, and your hair's blowing every which way. Yeah, you've been through it. You've been through a storm. You have, but most women have, and it doesn't matter your age. And the number 12 too, when it comes to women, it's usually the age where they're doing a lot of that. They start all that cramping and menstruating, temptation, and the story carrier. Yeah, because you know what? Look, you're glowing. You're still glowing here. But, and you're under the sun even. But, and horses are very spiritual, by the way, as well. Even the horse is glowing. Now, they're saying that the story carrier, so you're going to have like, you're going to have like this big story, like you're of where you've come from and the journey that you've been on. Because look, she's even on a path, like, you know what I mean? Because I'm going to tell you, your ancestors have probably been through a lot of what you've been through too. If not all. Yeah, look, and then they got the 7 and the 8 and the number 11. Temptation. That's why there's something about this temptation, because do you remember when this card, I believe it was this card, and it said that you need to be, because it talked about the crow, about being a thinker, about using your intelligence and all your information and everything that you've learned to help you plan your way forward. So there could be a temptation here. And even, like, what are these flowers? I don't know what they are. They're not any particular. I don't know if they're flowers. I think it might be some kind of fruit or something even. I don't even know. Okay. Well, there is definitely something here that this temptation, you're going to be tempted to do something. Divine madness. Yeah, you might think that you're like going through this, like you're going mad, but you're not. I'm telling you, you're not crazy. Look, forest, look, finding the path. That's why I'm telling you about this light. They're going to, your guides, your ancestors are going to lead you. Look, and there's a deer in this one, but it looks like there's a wolf in that one. It's a lot about these trees here being in nature, because they even have that nature music on. Shape shifting. Yeah, you're changing into somebody different, because you're going to come from this, and your guides and Archangel Michael, they're going to help you with whatever this temptation is. Because that's where maybe the door closed on this and opened up so that you can then be the story carrier. Because the story carrier is somebody that has all of the, oh, look at another, maybe it was a fox on that path. Look, and a single crow. Look, I'm not even joking. Look at the crow. Just like on that walk today. And my dog, I have a dog that's that color too. And she actually looks, I'm not even joking, she looks like a little fox when she's running around in the woods. I used to worry when we lived near the farm, because people used to hunt around there. And look, the word labyrinth again. And look, this is the moon. And look, carrying that light. And she's, look, everywhere she goes, she has a light. Look. And then she even had the light in the forest, on that path in the forest. I don't know where that card went now. Whatever. It's on film. Okay, Spirit. Is there anything else you want here? Okay, what's this? Reclaiming the feminine. Oh, number 15. Oh, shoot. It was number 16 was that. Reclaiming the feminine. I think that came with something too about the feminine. Oh, maybe it was this card. And the call, you're being asked. Yeah, you're being asked that to answer the call. Reclaim your feminine. And answer the call. Yeah, that's that invitation. They're inviting you to take this path. You know, you might be a scaredy cat, but that's okay. Look, that's number 15 too. Portal to the mystery. Look, and they were talking about that portal in the beginning of the thing. Well, oh yeah, the source of life. Oh yeah, Spirit. Portal to the mystery. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. So they want me to read this one and this temptation here. These two are they're asking me to read those cards. I don't know what number 7 is. I don't work with these cards really often. So they're done by symbols. So symbols might be a thing too, like squares, circles, triangles. Yeah, triangles. The cliff, because number 12 came out twice. So we're circles here, right? Where's the circles? Going on. Oh, duh. The triangles. Number 7. In the old Welsh story called The Dream of Maxen, I don't know, an outwardly princess of Britain appears in the Roman emperor, a dream vision. She acts as a guide, captivating him with a vision of a beautiful land across the waters. Oh my God. And remember at the very beginning when the music was playing and it was singing pretty, pretty, pretty? They're talking about this woman here, which I believe is you, or you're going to be you, or this is the one that's going to lead you. Okay, let's keep going here. A beautiful land. Here we go. Captivating him with a vision of beautiful land across the waters and a beautiful woman there with whom he instantly falls in love. Oh my God, that's why they haven't put that there with on the rose, because rose means love. And so Ellen reels Mackensen in along the thread of her dream paths, bringing him to her so that he can marry her and serve the land alongside her as its king. So she's going to choose the man. She's going to choose who's going to be the king that stands next to her. Wow, Spirit. But you're going to be guided. Oh, and that's probably what the temptation. They're going to be like, oh, we're going to warn her about this. So you're going to be warned some here because you're reclaiming your feminine. And reclaiming your feminine, that means, and see, like, it's all walks of life. See all the different nationalities and stuff here. Beautiful. I love these cards. They're so beautiful. Okay, the story tells us that it was Ellen who built the so-called Roman roads, which joined up for the first time the various remote regions of the land. The story firmly states that the men of Britain would have allowed the roads to be built for no one but her, because she was native to the land and the land's representative, because she's connected. That's why they're saying connect to earth. Wow, Spirit. Ellen, like so many other female characters in Celtic myth and story, is a representative of sovereignty, the goddess of the land. Oh, just like Mother Earth. Oh my God. That's why that elemental card came out. Because the elementals would respect Mother Earth, would respect this type of being, the goddess of the land. The building of those great connecting roads is the reason why Ellen has now come to be known as Ellen of the Ways. Ellen then can be seen as an ally on our journey, a native goddess and guide to help us to dream into being our own unique pathway through life. Look for her in your dreams. And I'm going to tell you something too, because that's why I had the book out and ended up spilling the wax on it. But there was something in here that they wanted me to read. Yeah, they wanted me to read this. May the rooted woman, who were our ancestors and the spirits and stories, the story carrier of the lands they lived in, guide us on our heroine's journey. Look, and then there's even a deer here, the path. Look at that. See how it like runs literally right through. Wow. That's cool. See how they had that come out just at that right time, Spirit. Okay, so what's temptation? Squares. Okay, for 11. Okay. At some point during our heroine's journey, we'll come up against one or more temptations. They're perhaps the greatest tests we'll have to endure. We might encounter situations or people who will seduce us away from our true path and lead us to make decisions which prevent us from completing the journey. That's why that card came up about all the women on the island that go there to heal for all their women issues, and that includes heartbreak. See on that path, look. That card, I just cut that and it came out again. Yeah, woman wisdom. Yep. So look at that. That came out twice. Bog. Yeah, you're going to get out of this bog. Yeah, you're getting out of it. They're getting rid of all this. Okay, this one. Yeah, look, there's the force finding the path again. Look at that. And now I'm starting to think that that's the fox. And it's not actually a wolf, it's a fox, because it is kind of small. I think it's a fox now. Wow, Spirit. Holy moly. See how they do that? Cave. Yeah, look. See, there's a bear in that cave. A mama bear. See, bears are mama bears. Incubation. Yeah, because that's where they incubate their babies. Oh, Spirit, you're blowing me away here. That's reclaiming that feminine they're talking about. Okay. So the temptation. Sorry, I got off. I digress. Okay, I don't remember where we were. Temptation often comes in a form of an uneasy way out and in a form of things which once upon a time we wanted more than anything else. The seductive snare of an easy life, a nice home, well-paid job, security rather than uncertainty. Sometimes it presents itself in the form of a possible partner who, while seeming very attractive, will hurt us, or who does not share the values we've come to espouse. Yeah, because we do change over time. All that growth, right? Each one of these temptations will present itself to us, which within its own unique basket. Of quandaries. Yeah, okay. So, and it will be hard to navigate through the choices we'll need to make. Sometimes we don't realize that we're being tempted. Sometimes it seems as if we have no choices about the way forward, but we always have choices. This card reminds you to stop and to consider those choices and their consequences when temptation arrives along the way. And that's what that card was talking about. The squirrel, and because it brought up the bird and the squirrel, and they were saying how that squirrel, it saves for another day. Like it collects everything. It plans things out so that it's not, it's prepared. So they're warning you about some kind of temptation that might be coming in, but they're asking you to connect. They want you to take the call and connect to the divine. That's what they're asking you. And now they want me to read the rest of that, because this is what is going to bring you that connection. If you choose that right now, then you just say to Spirit, yes, I want this. Yes, Archangel Michael, clearing the path. I'm telling you, this is just amazing. Okay, so Michael. So this is going to give you some kind of activation so that they can then come in. Okay, so Michael, clearing the way. Oh, here we go. Michael, he who is like God He who is like God is considered to be the Prince of Light, the chief of the angelic realm. I don't know what that was. It's like it wouldn't let me say that word. It was weird. My tongue was kind of getting into knots. He is a powerful force who has been venerated as a saint and is known as the protector of those working in service, such as the police, the special forces, the fire brigade, the divine counterpart of faith. He is an angel of justice alongside Rakul and Zadkiel, and comes to everyone who wants to make a difference here on earth. Often portrayed carrying a sword or spear, Michael is also the presence we can invoke whenever we are feeling fearful or constrained. So when you're in that dark forest, like they're saying, or you're on this cliff, if you're standing on this cliff, or you're in the dark, like in that forest, where'd that go? That forest. Oh, that's why that forest card kept coming out. Look, and initiation came out again. But if you're on that forest, that's what they're saying. Like if you're scared on the forest trail, you can call him. You can call in him. If you're in fear and you just feel alone or whatever, yep. Look, death and rebirth. That's that, and look, it's a crow again. Look. Oh my God, spirit. Black wings. I don't know. You might be seeing. Look, and there's that 12 again. 12, 12. Okay, so here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Okay, so often portrayed carrying a sword. Okay, Michael is also presence we can invoke whenever we feel free. Okay, yeah. He will cut through the ties of fear and liberate us. And remember when I was talking in a previous reading, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but I talk about these chakras. You picture all your chakras from your root, your sacral, your solar, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown. And you picture the cords that come all from them. And you ask Archangel Michael to come with his sword that glows and just cut those cords at the end of every day. And I'll tell you, you'll probably start sleeping better too. And every time you think of whoever is, like, whatever's coming into your psyche that's bringing in this, like, you're on the cliff with emotion and, like you're in this temptation, you do that. And yes, you do that. And then you'll know, maybe when you're having thoughts about somebody, that person could be the one that's trying to bring in some type of temptation for you that's going to lead you in a bad place. So you just every day cut those cords, or if you're going to meditate, cut those cords and then meditate or pray. And then your messages won't be this won't be able to taint your manifesting or your emotional state or your physical. I just heard, or your physical. Your mind, body, and soul. Yeah. Okay. Because this has to be done like on a spiritual level. Okay. And it'll liberate us. Yeah. Okay. So the extra guidance here is, for whatever reason you have been feeling stuck or held back, but your angelic guidance is that things are ready to move once more. And that's what came about the door closing and the past and a new door opening and the path. Oh, spirit. See, they brought that card out. It was the very first card. See what I'm talking about? Blows me away. But your angelic guidance is things are ready to move once more. Yeah. With his sword of light, Archangel Michael is cutting through my barriers and blockages that are standing in your way. If you have been wondering if it's the right time to proceed with your plans or not, this card is an indication that heaven is supporting your endeavors. Don't hold back. The road ahead is clear. And that's why you have the path maker and guide because they are clearing this path. Oh, Spirit. And then you take this call, and you're going to, you're not, if you take this call, you won't fall for the temptations, because you'll see through things. You'll see through people, and see how this temptation, see how they're putting this temptation card. It's only a glass of champagne or sparkling water. That's all it is. But you're going to end up on your knees if you take that temptation. You see that? And you're going to be in misery. You're going to have your head bowed in misery, just like you were in this card here under the moon. Look, in the invitation. Look, see right there. Look, that invitation. See how she's got her head bowed? This temptation will put you in that, or has put you in it. And now the door is closed on that temptation thing. Oh, that's beautiful, Spirit. Yeah, because if you take that call, then you're going to be glowing. You're going to be like, oh my God. And you're going to even have like all these like sparkly things around you. And I think those are even butterflies or something. They look like fireflies, but in the day, no, it's sparkles that are coming off of you and the horse. So anything you touch is even going to glow. I'm not even joking. Look at that. It's beautiful. And you're going to be able to carry forth with your stories, and then, help other people, because, oh yeah, even under the stars. And they're saying like even under the stars, under the moon. That's why that card came out because it's under the stars. Look at that. And the stars and the stars. And this talked about the sun too. And I had that thing. I wrote that whole big thing about the sun, which I'm not going to talk about here, because I think that's going to probably be part of my book. So they're saying here that the road will be cleared. So this is your activation. Thank you, Michael, for clearing the road to my highest truth. Oh my God, Spirit, you just blow me away. Is there anything else? Hold on. I got to get a deck that I'm going to bang things around. Okay, sorry for the interruption. I just didn't want to be banging into the microphone and whatnot. But I think this reading has gone on like really, really long, because I've had so many interruptions. And they had me read so many of the cards, which, oh my God, but it's just, and then I had wrote so much stuff down. Oh, but see how it's all connected? It's amazing how they do this. And that's why like, but you are me and I am you. So that's how this one, that's how we're gonna like we're connecting. What is here? Oh, and it's a dragon. I was just talking about those elementals. See, look, I was even talking about like dragons and fairies and all kinds of different things live in those different realms. At least that's what I'm told. Okay, dearest you, there's only one you, and you have a unique path and a special purpose. You're supposed to have specific experiences in this world, oh my God, and meet certain people. But then it is up to you how you live, how awake you choose to be, and how willing you are to grow and strip away what's false. That's that truth they're talking about. Don't compare yourself to others. It's easy to think a person is happier just because their outside looks good according to society's standards. But you can't know anyone's internal experience. Compare yourself only to your past self. See how far you've come. Yeah, your journey's been long, because that's why you're on a horse. Don't be distracted by what others are doing or accomplishing. Stay focused on what inspires you. That's how you get successful and find happiness. Want what you have now, not what someone else has. We love you immensely and know your journey ahead is sparkling. Oh my God, is sparkling with miracles and wondrous things. Trust. Sparkling. Oh my God, Spirit. I just don't, even at night, the stars are sparkling on you. They're telling you to trust whatever is going on, loving you forever and ever. Oh, and they brought something up while I was reading this too, and I have to go back because I didn't want to stop the reading, but I think they wanted me to. Confirmation they did. Yeah, sorry, Spirit. According to society's standards, knows internal experience. Yeah. Comparing yourself only to your past self. Stay focused. Oh, Spirit, I'm sorry. I forgot what it was that you wanted me to. Don't compare yourself to others. Yeah, you're where you're supposed to be right at this moment. It's easy to think of a person is happier just because their outside looks good according to society's standards. But you can't know anyone's internal experiences. Yeah, because you know what? If I sat down and I told you all the things that I've been through, your jaw, I heard a saying, the strongest man in the world would not be able to lift your jaw off the floor. No joke. Like I sound like I have, you know what I mean? Like, ugh, I can do all this, but I'm telling you, I've come a really hard road. You are what? You are fierce. That's why the dragon's there. You are fierce. Okay, Spirit, I'm gonna close this reading because I think it's gone on way too long. But, you know, this is really important for somebody, and I know that it was because Archangel Michael came in here. And with that, I would like to thank you, Michael, for coming here and bringing this message, and the ancestors as well. And remember that golden cloak like they talked about. Okay, so with that, I mean, if you like the video, if you wouldn't mind sprinkling a little bit of that love and onto the like button and the share and the subscribe button. Also, if you wouldn't mind leaving a comment, because I really do like hearing from. Oh, and the other thing too I was going to bring up is I was going to bring up about I was going to start doing private readings for the people that have subscribed, but I was going to do it more on like I wasn't going to just charge you like some kind of crazy amount. I was thinking more of doing it more of like a donation based type thing. So whatever you can afford. And not only that, it helps me hone my skills. So I can use you to do, you know, for just very small like donation or whatever. And the donation would help me buy more cards and candles and different things like that just to continue with the readings. But they thought that that would be a good idea to help me hone, because I would be dealing with a lot more different energies. And I could do those through Zoom calls. So I thought, well, that's kind of interesting. So it's something that I'm going to try to work on and try to figure out, and then offer that to you, to anyone, actually anyone. So you don't have to be subscribed, I suppose. But it would be, you know, I'm assuming that the people that have subscribed, it's because they resonate with the videos and they are like me. And you're just needing some guidance, and we can learn from each other too. So that's what your comments do. Your comments help us learn from each other. So, you know, if you could do that, that would be good. I'm going to close this reading. I know they want me to read this card, and I just don't want to, but okay. So they're saying here that, dear you, uncertainty is the new normal for the whole world. Things are changing at a rapid pace, and the old ways we once trusted are no longer reliable. But leaving the familiar behind can be a good thing. When you are pushed to step into the unknown, you are pulled forward into discovering new possibilities that have been hidden in plain sight. Check in with your higher power. Your soul knows better than your small self. That's because I didn't talk about that. Thank you, Spirit. Have faith in the support of your higher power and the infinite potential for your life. Right now, the advice we have for you in this: try something new or something different. We won't know how it feels. You won't know how it feels, what it looks like, or what the outcome will be if you do not take that first step into the unknown and experience the unfamiliarity. You'll be so glad you did, because the treasure will appear. We're so proud of you for being brave. Oh my God, Spirit. And you know what? I'm going to tell you, that's why they brought up that step in the clouds. They showed me the steps in the cloud. they showed me these steps. Like you just take this big step and then you'll be on this platform for a little bit, learning a bunch of stuff. And then you'll become like this, you'll master all the levels so that you can move to the next level. And this is going to be for you to move to the next level if you accept this call of Archangel Michael. And that, you know, yeah, okay, Spirit, I'm going to close this reading. So with that, thank you very much, Michael. Thank you, ancestors, for bringing this beautiful message, because I know it was very enlightening to me, and it was very helpful, and it was a lot of confirmation of what I saw today and all the messages that I've been writing down, and that I know that I'm interpreting. Okay, I'm getting the messages, like I'm understanding, and I'm able to interpret the messages the way Spirit wants me to. So that means that I am like actually honing in better as well. So with that, I'm just going to close this reading, and I hope this finds you well. Sending love and light always.